Use AI, fill the gaps that you have, right? Don't let it be your enemy. Find where it can be your ally.
Hi, I'm Jayson Manship, host of Authentic and Agentic, presented by TechPoint. Every week on this show, we break down what's happening in AI and what it means for how we work, lead, and live. Join me for a human-focused conversation that keeps you ahead of the curve. This is the Authentic and Agentic podcast on the IBJ Media Podcast Network. Hi, folks. Jayson Manship here with the Authentic and Agentic podcast. Every week, we start with some news stories. This week is no exception. There are three stories I want to dig into this week, layering from power to practicality to proximity. Let's start at the top. Right? We're going to start at what's happening at the very top of AI. I'm going to dig into what's happening inside my own business. And then I'm going to talk about what's happening right here in Indiana. So starting at the top, we discussed this story last week, and I'm probably going to follow it to its conclusion. But we've got Sam Altman, the CEO of OpenAI, of ChatGPT, and Elon Musk fighting over kind of the origin story of OpenAI, right? And they're in court, and they're battling out what's going to happen here. So Musk has brought a lawsuit against OpenAI that is basically claiming that OpenAI abandoned its original nonprofit mission. And he is arguing that the company was supposed to build AI for humanity. That was why they set up to do it and why he was an initial backer. But instead, they became a for-profit engine and heavily aligned with Microsoft. Now, if you listen to Sam Altman's side, he says that Elon understood and supported the structural changes, especially early on. And he claims that Elon is now acting as a competitor with his own XAI under Grok, under SpaceX, under that whole thing. And he's not a co-founder with concerns, but he actually has a ulterior motive. And so it's interesting, guys. Like it's weird watching this sort of stuff play out where billionaires are arguing over stuff. But to me, this isn't just a lawsuit. I think this is a fight over who controls the future of AI. Is AI a public good, or is AI a private asset? And maybe that question doesn't just come down to the decision in this case, but I think it's a philosophical conversation that this case sets some precedents on. So are mission-driven companies, can they stay mission-driven companies once billions or tens of billions of dollars are on the table? I don't know. But here's what's going to happen as this plays out. They're going to do discovery. They're going to look at internal emails, early agreements, governance decisions on how things get done. And I think it's going to get pretty wild because you're going to start to see if the documents show intent drift. And if so, is there a credibility problem? Right? One of these guys misunderstood the assignment and doesn't feel like it's, what they signed up for in the beginning. And I think we're going to find out what that looks like. If Musk signed off on some of these things, then the lawsuit weakens. If not, then it feels like there's a potential credibility problem for OpenAI where they are intentionally leaning into cash over mission. I think that's wild to think about. So here's my takeaway, I think, for this whole case. For the last 20 years, the CIO, the Chief Information Officer at an organization, has owned the digital transformation. I think for the next 10 years, governance is probably going to decide who owns AI. I think there's going to be big decisions happening at the government level, happening at the company governance level, internal organization politics and governance. AI is moving so fast. Every single company I talk to is trying to figure out how to do this. And so for me, guys, I think this is about governance being on trial. The second story I want to talk about is something I'm seeing here on the ground. And this is maybe bring this whole thing down to earth a little bit. So billionaires are fighting the future of AI in court. I get it. But that's not what actual AI looks like inside of a business. And so let me bring you into my world. So I own and run a e-commerce business, a live streaming platform, and a couple of retail stores. They're all intertwined. And the complexity of that business is growing as we scale, right? And everything we do is built on Shopify, which has been a lot of fun. But Shopify has always been very custom, right? I have to custom code things, custom build things. A lot of times I'm using other third-party plugins or bolt-ons to accomplish the tasks that I want to do. Well, over the last month, I have started digging into migrating the entire thing into Claude Code, which is downloadable software you can get from Claude. You can pay $20 a month. I pay $200 a month because I have the premium version because I use it all the time. But for $20 a month, and what you do is you actually connect it to, in this case, my Shopify site, and I can code now inside of my Shopify site, inside of my e-commerce platform using Claude Code. I talk to it like I would a software developer, and it builds features and it tweaks settings and it manages imports and exports of data. And it starts to really materialize in a way that is super helpful for the business. It does exactly what I need, right? I own it. And so it makes it so I can solve hard problems without relying on third-party software. And what does that mean exactly? Well, as I was looking at it, like I've turned off probably 6 apps in the last 30 days. One of them I was paying $29 a month for, one I was paying $79 a month for, one I was paying $149 a month for. You start adding all that up, and I'm saving literally thousands and thousands of dollars by just migrating all this stuff in-house. And I have total control over it. I am not dependent on those third-party applications and the decisions that they make. So I think what's happening here, I mean, for me personally, is I'm moving away from just configuring software to creating capabilities. And why that's important is it's not just about you get what you get and you don't throw a fit, as I tell my children, right? When you get software, it does what it does, and it's opinionated because it has to do the same thing for 10,000 clients, and everybody's business is a little different, so it can't be custom built for you. Well, this can. I'm able to take the ideas or the concepts that I use from a third-party piece of software, and I'm able to build it myself, customize it myself, and get it to do exactly what I want to do. And I think this, guys, is the hidden real AI economy. This isn't write a poem, create an image, help me write an email. This is replace $500 a month tech stack with a custom solution in 2 hours. 2 hours of my work will save me $5,000-$6,000 a year, plus some, right? That's wild to think about. And I think that's disruptive. So my takeaway here, guys, is small businesses now have access to engineering level output without having actual engineers. That's new, right? Most people are still sleeping on this. Most people don't understand how to do this or what to do with it, but I think it's really important to bookmark. My third story this week is the local edge, right? I think this one really matters. So I got invited to a dinner last week by the IBJ Media. So publisher Nate Feltman, president Mitch Frazier, editor Leslie Weidenbrenner. They brought together all the podcasters across the IBJ Media network. And it was pretty cool, right? It was a room of, you might call it like the who's who in the zoo. I know I saw some people posted some photos of it on LinkedIn. Gary Dick, right? Pete the Planner, Angela Freeman, Dave Calabra. These are titans in the Indianapolis space. It was really neat just to be in the room with those folks. But then you've got folks like Toph Day, the CEO of Elevate Ventures, right? Whose podcast is about innovation. You've got Dave Neff, the president of the 500 Festival, who's interviewing folks about, next generation leaders, young people who are going to be the next generation of leaders in our city and our region. Tiffany Souter, founder of Element 3, a big agency doing big things, but she's built this whole thing telling real stories about leadership and parenthood for women. The life of And. It's awesome to listen to. What's really cool about this is that all of these individuals are talking about content and topics that need to be talked about. And I think it matters because as we're in the world of AI and noise is real and slop is real, I think we're looking for, each and every one of us is looking for authority figures, is looking for folks that we want to hear from and listen to. And these are the exact kind of people that are leading those conversations. I'm just frankly humbled just to be in the conversation. These people have accomplished a lot in their careers. They've built really cool things. And it's really neat to be associated in that way. Honestly, guys, the IBJ is doing something pretty awesome here. And they don't pay me to say this, right? Nate bought my dinner, so thank you for that. But think about this for a second. A news organization, primary print news organization has said, we're going to lean into podcasting because we see the future of people having honest conversations in long form content formats. So they brought in a guy, Chris Spangle, who used to work at the Bob and Tom Show for a very long time and was a producer there, who has been in podcasting since I think podcasting first started. And Chris is helping Nate and Mitch and Leslie shepherd this thing, and they're building something pretty magical. It's really, really cool. And it was really neat to be in the same room with all these folks. And so AI is going to continue to change the world. It's going to continue to grow fast. We talk about that every single week on the show. But honest, deep conversations about topics that really matter in our local communities, I think that's where we need to be spending our time. People that know each other, people that trust each other, and people that collaborate. And that's my favorite part about being in the Indianapolis and the Indiana ecosystem, is that we're humble Hoosiers and we actually care about each other. So I think that's really cool, right? Just to recap, at the top, we had power being fought over between Musk and Altman. In the middle, businesses are getting more capable. My business is cutting costs and building productivity and efficiency. And on the ground, I think communities are organizing. I think people are creating micro communities of things they care about. And if you really look at that, the on the top, in the middle, and on the ground, I think the gap in between each of those layers, that's where the opportunity is. We're going to take a break, get a couple spots from our sponsors, and we will come back with a really cool recap episode of TechPoint's Mira Awards. AI isn't just changing jobs, it's changing who gets hired. TechPoint's new brief, AI Amplifies the Need to Address the Experience Gap, shows how AI is changing entry-level jobs and how employers can take advantage of this moment. Download the brief and find out ways to get involved at techpoint.org/AI Gap. AI is transforming every industry, and Indiana Wesleyan University is preparing professionals to lead that change. IWU offers a Master of Science in AI and Data Analytics, a graduate certificate in AI Business Innovation, and an Applied AI Analytics concentration, all designed for working adults. Flexible, online, Christ-centered, and grounded in biblical ethics. Discover how IWU can help you find the way forward. Visit indwest.edu. Thank you again to TechPoint and to Indiana Wesleyan for sponsoring the show. It means a lot. We couldn't do it without you. Today's show is really cool. It's really special. It's really different. It's kind of outside of the scope of a traditional AI discussion. I don't just have a guest. We're not just sitting down and talking to one person. I got invited. The fine folks at TechPoint invited me to participate in this year's Mira Awards. If you're unfamiliar, the Mira Awards is the Grammys, the Emmys, the Oscars of tech in Indiana. It is, you guys hear me say this a lot, the who's who in the zoo. This is the people that are doing the biggest, coolest, fastest moving things in all of innovation and technology. And TechPoint, at the center of the tech ecosystem here in Indiana, puts on this amazing award show. They have a very rigorous process to determine who wins. And these awards are very important. They many times help with funding, can help companies hire and attract talent. This is the kind of stuff that says, hey, we did it, right? It's like winning an Oscar, quite literally. It's something that a lot of these companies are striving for. And it's very hard to win. It's very competitive. They get literally hundreds and hundreds of applications, and it's very difficult, I'm sure, for the judges to go through and pick these things. Well, here's the cool part. They invited me to come this year. It was at the Palladium in Carmel. Cool venue if you haven't been. Just super fancy stadium seating, like the perfect master planned music venue for opera, for theater, for those sorts of things. And so great opportunity, great event for the Mira Awards. What they said, hey, when folks come off stage, they've just gotten an award. When they come off stage, we want you to interview them. We want you to sit in the back room, basically. And as soon as they come off stage, they're going to do a little champagne toast, and they're going to come straight to you, and they're going to do an interview. And I thought, wow, how fun, how cool. So I didn't know who the winners were. I'm ad-libbing on the fly because I'm seeing them come off stage, and we're getting handed someone saying, hey, this person just won this award. Interview them, right? Oh, also, you have 90 seconds, right? So it's a whirlwind back there because they're going through the next interview. I think we had 16 or 17 award winners throughout the night. And so that's a lot of interviews in a very condensed time frame. The event was flawless. It went great. Everybody had a blast. If you went, you did, for sure. But this show, all I'm doing is I've clipped each of those short interviews. I'm going to play those for you. So we're going to go just in the show format of how the show ran, right? First award, this is the nominees, this is the winner. The winner is, boom, interview with Jayson. So you get to see kind of the personality behind the scenes. What I love about this is how they are emotionally handling it, right? Some of these folks are overwhelmed with emotion. Almost every single person I talked to was shocked that they won, right? I didn't get the impression that any of these folks were we deserve this. We're the best, yada, yada, yada. I mean, this is the Hoosier Humble coming out in full force. So again, this isn't a typical AI episode, but I think it's really important to pay attention to the humans building things behind the scenes. And you're going to hear AI sprinkled throughout a lot of these conversations because many of these companies are dealing with AI stuff in real time as they're scaling. So grab some popcorn, listen here for a second. The long form version of this is on our YouTube channel. So go to our YouTube channel. The long form version is there. The short version is on our Apple, Spotify audio side. So depending on which you want, if you want the longer form version with their acceptance speeches or the short form audio, video, you choose. Take a listen.
And the award goes to Alicia McCoy.
Alicia McCoy showed extraordinary courage in the face of cyber harassment, identity theft, and personal attacks that threatened both her well-being and the future of her startup. Rather than step back, she moved forward, stabilizing her company, continuing to build, and using her experience to advocate for others facing similar challenges. Through it all, she has remained a meaningful contributor to Indiana's entrepreneurial and tech communities, turning hardship into purpose and resilience into impact. Congratulations, Alicia.
Thank you so much. Thank you to TechPoint and the judges for all your acknowledgement for all that I've worked to accomplish and overcome. As you know, life can be hard, and choosing to build a company or invent a new product that the world has not yet seen can be extremely stressful. Luckily, I know a thing or 20 about stress management and how to overcome stress to live the life that you desire, no matter what challenge comes your way. So as our world finds itself in so many conflicts, I urge you all to find time to connect with your own inner nervous system and be sure to take care of yourself first, because the world needs what you have to say and to teach. And all of our Peak Mind users know that stress can take that beautiful life and invention away from you if you let it. So thank you to our mentors and advisors and investors. Your support has been invaluable to me and to Peak Mind. And to my Peak Mind team, we are rowing together on this journey, and I couldn't be happier to be alongside of you. I look forward to the future that Peak Mind has and the work that we're doing to help empower users to thrive. So thank you, and cheers to everyone tonight.
So we only get 90 seconds of your time. I'm going to ask you, for people who don't know Peak Minds, don't know you, elevator pitch.
Awesome.
What do you do?
So Peak Mind is helping empower employees to thrive by teaching them how to lower stress in real time. But nobody stresses anymore, do they?
No, not at all.
No. So do I need a business?
Yeah. Well, so my podcast is about AI.
Oh, nice.
And it is making everybody more productive.
Okay.
And probably more stressed.
A little bit, maybe.
Right? So I was reading your bio.
Yeah.
You have 22 years in social science. You have a PhD, doctorate. Man, it feels like you know a thing or two about AI and stress.
A little bit.
And so what do people need to know?
Use AI, fill the gaps that you have, right? Don't let it be your enemy. Find where it can be your ally. And that's different for everybody. So don't just go with what everybody else is doing. Find how it's going to help you be better at whatever that is, personal hobby or profession.
And do so in a way that doesn't add stress to your life.
Completely. Be aware of your stress. We all have it. Stress is meant to be 20 to 30 seconds. You have elevator cortisol and you lower it. We're spending hours a day stressed. So don't let that be you.
That's awesome. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Have a good day.
Cheers. You look wonderful too, by the way.
And the winner is Carissa Domrays from Franklin Central High School.
Carissa Domrays builds rigorous, hands-on computer science programs that prepare students for real-world success. Her AP Computer Science curriculum and web development courses, students take on semester-long projects that emphasize adaptability, collaboration, and teamwork in settings that reflect the workplace. Her students have gone on to excel in internships, advanced projects, and leadership roles after graduation, reflecting a classroom that develops both technical skill and personal growth. As a department chair, she mentors fellows, educators, and works across grade levels to expand opportunities for more students, including those from underrepresented backgrounds. Congratulations!
Well,
Definitely thank you to everyone that supports me, my administration, my family. It's such an honor to be recognized for this. However, it's really all about the students at the end of the day. And this honor just tells me that I'm doing what I need to do to set them up for success to enter the tech industry in Indiana and beyond. So thank you all and have a great rest of the awards.
So I'll ask most people about their elevator pitch. You're a teacher. I think people know what teachers broadly do, right?
Right.
But you're in STEM and you're leading teachers and students and that whole piece in the world of AI. What does that look like for you right now?
Yeah, so, there is a lot definitely that we have to consider because things rapidly change. And being a high school teacher, I don't know what everything's going to look like when my kids are out there in the world.
That's real.
So we have to do our best to see what skills are going to work for them to get them on a successful path. So with AI, I really try and embrace what they might be doing in the workforce with AI. So we do integrating AI into their websites so that they can have chatbots or have it suggest things or resources for people so that it's incorporating that and they're getting used to kind of how that feels. And then I also, within my district, work with other teachers, work with my department to try and just develop, like, how can we get these kids on a nice trajectory that are going to, get them to success.
You just won the Mira Award for Teacher of the Year. And so I feel like you're doing a good job. Congratulations.
Thank you.
You also have the coolest hair of anybody for sure.
Thank you so much.
Thanks for stopping by. Enjoy.
Yeah, thank you.
And the winner is Jonathan Brock.
Jonathan Brack was recognized for combining technical excellence with a strong commitment to servant leadership in a highly complex defense and national security environment. Judges highlighted his ability to build culture, mentor others, and develop scalable solutions that create meaningful impact for both his organization and the people it serves. While the technology itself is impressive, what stood out most is his focus on creating an environment where others can grow. Congratulations, Jonathan.
Good evening. I'm known apparently a lot for how long-winded I am and my strong opinions, so I'll be very short tonight. I just want to say thank you. I'm really honored to be here, but it's really not about me. As mentioned, I'm a servant leader. I'm here. My recognition is really recognition of my teams, the hard work they do to enable our warfighter in our country. And really, this is on behalf of all of them and how amazing they are. So thank you very much.
So I have the Authentic and Agentic podcast on the IBJ. It's about AI. What I've been asking folks coming off stage is people that haven't heard of V2X. Give me your quick elevator pitch. What is it?
Sure, absolutely. So if you haven't heard about V2X, neither had we about 3 years ago. It's really this awesome combination of what was Raytheon here in Indianapolis, which is a long pedigree of being a Naval Air Warfare Center building, combined with Vertex and Vectrus. We do things to enable the warfighter all across the spectrum of engineering capabilities. We're modifying platforms. We're serving on bases, right? Keep people safe here at home and across and overseas. So,
well, that's a heck of an elevator pitch. Congratulations.
Oh,
when I was reading your bio, the thing I was most attracted to was that you really lead a strong culture and you have a servant leadership perspective. And so I imagine that's, is it military background or is it just the perspective of leading people?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I did not serve. That's actually kind of one of the reasons I do this job is I really want to give back and make sure that we help our warfighters succeed. But big major passion to me, as leadership, it's not about me. It's about enabling the teams because high-performing teams build tremendous products, right, every day of the week.
Sounds like you're doing that.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Certainly try. Thank you.
And the winner is MSP Manufacturing.
MSP Manufacturing was awarded for its bold and multi-layered integration of Industry 4.0 technologies, from advanced machining and robotics to AI-driven programming, digital twin initiatives, and next-generation ERP systems. Judges praised the company's willingness to take smart risks and continuously upskill its workforce. And that investment is paying off. by expanding capacity, increasing wages, and opening doors into new sectors. This is what modern manufacturing can look like when innovation and people move forward together. Congratulations.
Well, thank you, everyone. I didn't prepare anything because I didn't think our chances were great, but very honored. Like the previous gentleman, it's the team we have at MSP when you don't have to worry about replacing people and you can continue to innovate without having to worry about hiring. That's why we're able to be innovative, is because of the team we have. And what's been great is I am a veteran, and supporting the programs for the warfighter has been awesome because we create parts that I was the end user on at one point. So it gives great purpose for our mission. But couldn't do this without the two biggest supporters, which is my dad and my wife, who are here with me tonight. So thank you.
Johnny, step on up to the mic if you would. I got you for 90 seconds.
All right.
Okay. So Johnny from MSP, you guys are down in Bloomington.
Yes, sir.
Tell us, if we haven't heard of you, give us your quick elevator pitch.
So we're a machine shop and assembly department for the aerospace and defense industry. Been around since 1943. I joined in 2020, and then we have parts pretty much on every commercial aircraft, and then we support NSWC Crane pretty heavily. But family owned. My dad bought it in 2002. I left law enforcement in 2020 to go work for him.
Well, I was reading your bio, and you've been around for, you said 80 plus years.
Yes.
But you're heavily into robotics and AI automations, and I was reading about digital twin initiatives.
Yes.
So you guys aren't just like sitting around putting pieces together. You're leading in these places.
Yes, I think a lot of that just goes to my network because they show me all these really cool things, and then also sometimes help with grants and funding. Sure. But the culture at a MSP, everybody's innovating, from ground floor employees, and they're driving a lot of it. We just created a culture where it's rewarded.
Love that.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
And the winner is Eli Lilly and Company, Ivy Tech Community College, and Purdue University.
This cross-institutional partnership was recognized for thoughtful, employer-driven approach to expanding Indiana's tech talent pipeline at scale. In other words, making sure people building skills that actually lead somewhere. Judges praised the strength of the collaboration, the intentional design of the programs, and the clear, direct pathway from training to employment, calling it a powerful statewide blueprint for talent innovation. Congratulations to everyone.
Honestly, I wanted to make sure we had everybody up here for this. So good evening, everyone. On behalf of Eli Lilly and Company and our excellent partners, Ivy Tech Community College and Purdue University, I am truly honored to accept this award. The Lilly Scholars at Ivy Tech and Lilly Scholars at Purdue programs are exceptional examples of what can happen when industry and academia partner to change lives. In less than 3 years, both Lilly Scholars programs have delivered on 800 plus full tuition scholarships, 2 laboratories, a dual credit high school pathway serving over 100 high school students, and so much more. We have laid a foundation for Indiana's life science talent ecosystem, and I'm excited to see what's next. I want to thank Ascend Indiana for recognizing that workforce development is an economic imperative. I want to thank Ivy Tech Community College and Purdue University for all their commitment to all that we are trying to achieve. And I want to thank Lilly Executive Leadership for the opportunity to meet our company goals and help others. I want to thank my team, the Joint Steering Committee members, the Executive Committee members for their Lilly Scholars, for their commitment to delivering on these amazing programs. And to Indiana, we are proud to call you home, and even prouder to invest in your future. Thank you.
I need to understand what is this cross partnership of all these organizations, and how does it work?
Yeah, so the cross partnership is Lilly Scholars at Ivy Tech and Lilly Scholars at Purdue. Both of them are full tuition scholarships for as many students as we can possibly get through. We also offer apprenticeships. We offer internships through the Ivy Tech partnership. We've built laboratories. We have a high school program where a student can get a certificate graduating through high school with a certificate in biopharmaceutical manufacturing. And there's a lot more that I could go on,
Sure.
and it's going to take all of our time.
Well, one of the questions I'm asking a lot in the education space, and I love that you're in the talent pipeline, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're really trying to fill that because everybody's talking about AI and what it's going to do to that talent pipeline. Sounds like you're thinking about that. like in advance, leaning in
Yeah,
and planning for it.
And you know, obviously, AI is definitely a part of that. I would say for us, really, the talent that we're trying to develop is like operator talent.
Love it.
So the hourly folks that are actually making the medicine, and then also
So
with
good.
the Purdue avenue, we've got folks that are in the exempt population. You know, more like the engineers and scientists.
Yep.
So we're really, obviously, AI is a key component of that, but really, it's all about just trying to get those opportunities to the people that really need it.
Yeah, and the jobs of the future are those jobs in a lot of ways, right?
And these are great jobs. I mean, speaking for our Ivy Tech students who have had the honor of training under this program, they've been hired at Eli Lilly for jobs well above the self-sustaining wage.
It's great.
And with benefits and vacation and the ability to continue their education at Ivy Tech or go on to Purdue. It's really an exceptional on-ramp for our students in technician roles that are needed desperately.
Well, it's
in,
neat to
in our area.
It's neat to see you get celebrated tonight.
Oh,
because I
thank
know
you.
this is a lot of behind the scenes work, and sometimes that's not always celebrated. And so I'm just really grateful for you guys for doing this and for leaning in and changing people's lives.
Thank
Really
you.
appreciate
What a
it.
cool
Thank
thing!
you.
Congratulations!
Thank you.
Thank you very
Cheers!
much.
Cheers.
Cheers.
And the Rising Entrepreneur of the Year is Kyle Armstrong.
Kyle Armstrong earned this award for a standout entrepreneurial performance marked by clear vision, meaningful traction, and exceptional execution. Judges highlighted his ability to identify a critical market need, build an innovative training platform, and navigate obstacles with focus, discipline, and long-term potential. Congratulations, Kyle.
Well, TechPoint, what an honor. Entrepreneurship is really, really hard. It's exhilarating and it's devastating, and that's like a typical Thursday morning. I'm a guy who grew up in Amish country, so like statistically, I am way more likely to be building a barn than a tech company right now. But if you want to build something great, I've learned two things. First, you have to have an absolute unwillingness to quit. Especially when someone who loves you the most is like, man, you would be so good at selling insurance. Like, you just, trust me, just stay in tech. The second thing, you have to have a team that dreams with you and is willing to do the same. And to the crazy ref reps team out there, I'm only up here because of you all. You are changing the world through sports officiating. Like, who would have ever dreamed of that? I am so, so, so grateful for all of you. And to Brittany, Sophie, Gavin, Maverick, thank you for your patience. Thank you for sacrificing so that we could do this. I love you guys so much. TechPoint, what an honor. Thank you very, very much.
This is crazy. I did not expect.
Didn't think it was happening. Huh?
No.
All right. So here I get 90 seconds of your time. Okay.
All right. Perfect.
So Kyle Armstrong from Ref Reps, living the true entrepreneurial journey.
The journey is
literally because you
yes.
had you saw a problem, you had an idea, you fixed it, and now it's just exploding. You just won a Mira Award.
It's unbelievable. I mean, the most incredible thing for me is the way there was a problem. I kind of had this dream of doing something to fix it. And then you have to have incredible people around you. And somehow, for some reason, they just made it their dream. And I tell them all the time, like, I don't even know why you all do this, but they do it. They show up every day and just make it happen. It's been incredible.
So for those that are listening and watching that don't know Ref Reps, elevator pitch.
Yeah, we develop curriculum. We're an education technology company, but we develop curriculum for schools, high schools primarily, to teach sports officiating as a class.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so kids go to math, science, English, sports officiating. And we started 4 years ago now, and we have 54,000 high school kids.
Oh, pause on. 4 years ago, 54,000 high school kids.
Yes.
Okay, that's real.
47 states.
Good golly.
I think we're 1,500 high schools now that have adopted this. Colleges, universities. I mean, it's kind of across the board. 6 countries.
I go to your website and I see Peyton Manning's mug on the front page. So you're definitely doing something right, brother.
Yeah. It's one of those things. If you don't have referees, it's just practice. And, they're the ones that get left behind. And now there's 54,000 other people who suddenly understand what it is and what it means to be a sports official.
Man. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Cheers.
Thanks.
Awesome. Go
Thank
celebrate.
you. This is wild.
And the winner goes to Indiana University.
Indiana University was recognized for its comprehensive institution-wide rollout of generative AI, anchored by one of the largest ChatGPT implementations for higher education, along with dedicated tools and training for faculty, staff, and students. But what truly set this effort apart is that it didn't only focus on giving access to the tools. It also focused on adoption. Judges highlighted its clear governance framework, broad Gen AI 101 adoption, and thoughtful and responsible roadmap embedding AI into teaching, research, and operations at scale. Congratulations.
Thank you so much, and really appreciate all of the time and effort that went into this. And there were so many people at Indiana University that helped make this happen, but a special shout out has to go out to our president, Pam Whitten, who was the one that asked us to start the Gen AI 101 course, and she was the first one to take it as well, which is amazing to have your administration be that supportive and have things pushing through. And especially for the course, for full disclosure, some of it was created by AI. So thank you again so much.
I run the Authentic and Agentic podcast, which is on the IBJ, and it's about AI.
Nice, yes.
And so IU, Bloomington.
Yes.
You guys have a cool football team, I heard.
Yes, yeah.
Turns out you're also really good at implementing AI.
Absolutely.
Tell us about that.
Yes, we are. So it all started, it started where we're working a lot with artificial intelligence. We have a lot of different tools, and we've been really thoughtful about trying to ensure that we have a wide range of tools for individuals to try out. But I think the biggest piece really came in when we started to do Gen AI 101, which was a charge from our president, Pam Whitten, to come up with a course that could really get people started to use AI, think about it, start implementing it in their lives. So she gave us the charge in May, and all it took was in under 67 days, we had built an entire course complete with really engaging videos, with activities, with prompt libraries for students, faculty, and staff to be able to utilize. And we have over 100,000 individuals that have enrolled in the course, from students, faculty, staff, and alumni. And now we've just made it free to the entire universe through YouTube. So there's lots of different ways that we're trying to elevate and allow everyone to level themselves up.
Well, that's a heck of an elevator pitch. You're definitely leaning in, right? I think a lot of times people don't realize just how big institutions like IU are.
Right, absolutely. And it's really challenging to think about how does this apply to a wide range of disciplines. And really the only way to get started is to start trying it in a safe space, trying it with different activities or things that you might not previously use. So thinking about it as either thinking about it as a productivity amplifier, as a productive thought partner, or really just thinking about how do you improve your prompts in general. And so there's so many tips and tricks.
But with all the safeguards, so you do it responsibly.
Yes, absolutely. So throughout the entire course, one of the big things mentioned is always the human in the loop, ensuring that you're really being discerning and thinking about what the AI is providing you, what are we asking of the AI, and how do we still maintain all of our own individual thoughts, and that whatever comes out of it is actually yours. You're the one that's responsible for it.
Well, congratulations on your Mira Award.
Thank you so much.
How fun.
Yes, thank you.
I would love an opportunity to interview you or someone on your team.
Yes.
And the winner is EchoBar.
EchoBar stood out for its sophisticated product, strong early traction, and team with deep industry experience. From the outset, the company demonstrated a clear understanding of the market and the discipline to execute against it. Judges pointed to a combination of thoughtful strategy, consistent progress, and meaningful innovation that sets this team apart, making it a startup with both momentum and maturity. Congrats, Reese.
Not bad for 63. I'd like to say I prepared something, but no matter what you can do, no matter what you can say, how do you provide inspiration? How do you help people understand your vision? How do you pull it all together and create a startup that is out to change, do good, support your investors, support your advisors, support your teams? When I came to Indiana, it was on a bold move. We knew nobody. Elevate Ventures invested in us. And we thought, this is the right place to be in sports. We met Dr. Liz, Dr. David Pierce at IU Sports Institute. They embraced us. We met the folks, Jeffrey Bryan and Lily and Wyatt at Sports Tech HQ, and they embraced us. Everybody's welcomed us. We have thrived here because of our team, Amber, George, Mickey, Justin, Sam, Thomas, and everybody else. And all I can say is, I'm not humbled. I am honored beyond belief, and I am trying to hold it together right now. So thank you all so very much.
You're ready to
At
go.
the Globes, the Oscars. I walked on the red carpet of the Oscars 3 times. Like, this is nothing. I'm about to die, though. I can't believe we won.
Wow.
Hello.
Well, yeah, startup of the year.
Yes.
That's a big deal.
No kidding.
Well, you're doing big things. I read your profile.
Thank you.
And you guys are like leaning in hard to social signals and AI and all the bits and pieces of the world we live in today.
Absolutely.
Give me your elevator pitch.
Sure. This whole thing started because of True Blood, or as we like to say, Sex and Vampires.
Yes.
True Blood.
Yep.
And HBO, and they had a problem. And I was at my third startup in entertainment. And through an odd set of coincidences, I saw an interesting situation. I wrote some code and then didn't do anything a few months. And then HBO was like, hey, we got a problem. And we tried to figure it out. I'm like, hey, let's use my software. And it did it. And they said, oh my God, you need to turn that into a business. And that's what we did.
Sex and Vampires turned
Sex
into
and Vampires created
Tech Startup
EchoBar.
of the Year.
Yep. And
there's your headline.
What we wanted to do was, the whole concept was, how do we take the largest data set in the world where everybody talks, right?
Mm-hmm.
And how do you turn it into a question and answerable database?
Yeah.
That grows revenue, drives brand authenticity, relevancy,
Yeah.
and allows people to achieve more by understanding more. And that's what we did.
Well, that's quite an elevator pitch, and it
Thank
sounds
you.
like you're having quite a bit of success.
Yes.
You deserve this award.
We
You
do.
are.
Our team does.
You are the startup of the year.
We are.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
And the winner is Biomedit. Biomedit was selected for the scale and strategic significance of the deal and the strong signal it sends to the market. This kind of investment does more than just fuel growth. It validates the company, the opportunity, and the ecosystem around it. Judges highlighted the caliber of investors, size of the investment, and the deal's potential impact to drive economic impact in Indiana. Congratulations.
I'd just like to thank everyone that voted for us. There are a lot of other startups and companies in this ecosystem that equally deserve this award. I think this is just an example of the ecosystem that's been created in the state of Indiana. The story is that we were spun out of Elanco Animal Health 4 years ago, which then was spun out of Eli Lilly about 8 years ago. So it shows you the innovation that can start with large companies and turn into startups that then have opportunities to create and innovate in those areas. So we're an animal health company. We've got our first product that hopefully is launched next year. And we are very much looking forward to commercializing that product, and would like to thank our investors and everyone that was part of this journey with us. It was not an easy environment to raise money in. As a matter of fact, it was very difficult at times, but we persevered, we stuck with it, and we got the job done. So thank you everyone for this award, and completely honored to accept this on behalf of the Biomedit management team, our talented scientists and innovators, and hope everyone enjoys the rest of the evening. Thank you.
Jason.
Hey, Eric.
Eric, good
Yes,
to meet you.
nice to meet you.
Eric, I run the Authentic and Agentic podcast on the IBJ.
Great.
So we talk about AI all the time.
Yes.
And so just won a Mira Award.
Yes.
Deal of the year.
Mm-hmm.
For people who don't know, is it Biomedit?
Biomedit, correct.
Biomedit, yep. What is it?
Biomedit was spun out of Elanco Animal Health 4 years ago. We're a venture-backed company. We carved out part of the pipeline out of Elanco, formed the company. We're an animal health innovation R&D company.
Okay.
We hope to commercialize our first product later this year. And we, again, if you think about the ecosystem that's been created in the state of Indiana, Eli Lilly,
Yep.
Elanco was part of Lilly.
Yep.
Elanco was spun out about 8 years ago, and then we were spun out of Elanco 4 years ago. So it's an example of, again, the innovation that starts in a large company and then at some point, you have opportunities where you can take part of the pipeline and spin it out into a startup.
How fun.
Yeah.
And you guys are just exploding. Figuring it all out, right?
We're figuring it all out.
Yeah.
Yes, we're very much figuring it out.
So your first product comes to market or is commercialized?
Later this year.
That's
yes.
exciting.
Yep. It's going to be for necrotic enteritis for poultry. Okay. It is going to be a livestock product, but we've got several pet health products in the pipeline as well. And we're very much an innovation-driven company. So the idea is to, again, raise venture capital funds, use those funds to prosecute the pipeline, continue to innovate, and create additional jobs and opportunities within the state of Indiana as well as elsewhere.
I'm excited to see your journey. I mean, Eli Lilly has been one of the greatest things that's ever happened in Indiana.
Absolutely.
Elanco has been absolutely amazing for our state and our downtown.
Right.
And now you guys get to be fast follow, right?
We're part of it, right? I mean, I guess we're cousins, right? If you think about the fact that Elanco was spun out of Lilly and then we're spun out of Elanco.
That's awesome.
So, you think about some of the folks that spoke here tonight in Mung's Ward, and you had Dave Ricks up there and Jeff Simmons up there. We're part of that ecosystem again, and now we're a startup funded by venture capitalists.
Deal of the year.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
I appreciate it.
Cheers.
Thank you.
Everybody's talking about AI, but very few are actually executing. If your team is still experimenting with Copilot, you're already behind. Axia Technology Partners turns Microsoft AI into real business outcomes and fast. Not prompts, not pilots. This is production-grade AI embedded into your workflows. As a Microsoft certified AI solutions provider, Axia TP delivers Microsoft E7, the full stack of security, identity, and AI, implemented, governed, and scaled. While others are testing ideas, Axia TP's clients are reducing costs, automating operations, and moving faster than their competitors. This isn't about trying AI, it's about operationalizing it, and now. If you're serious about results, not experiments, visit Axia Technology Partners and start executing. Visit www.axiatp.com, that's AXIATP.com to learn more.
And the winner is FiberX.
FiberX earned top recognition for its breakthrough approach to rethinking materials, replacing traditional polymers and forever chemicals with high-performance plant-based alternatives. Judges praised its strong research partnerships, deep industry traction, and meaningful environmental impact, calling it a powerful example of Indiana-rooted innovations shaping sustainable materials. Congratulations, Wade.
As a native of that beautiful city of Hammond, Indiana, and you know I'm being facetious, it's a pleasure to represent our team and our collaboration with the great Purdue University Davidson School of Chemical Engineering. A joint effort to not only create new products or a new company, but we are forming a new industry for the state of Indiana, taking the tremendous biomass left after our farmers harvest their products and turning that into a new feedstock for the chemicals industry. On behalf of our team at FiberX, we are truly, truly thankful to get this award today. Thank you.
Jayson, I'm Dave.
Dave, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I have a podcast on the IBJ. It's called Authentic and Agentic. We talk about AI specifically.
Okay.
But today we are interviewing all the folks that come off stage that took home a Mira Award.
It's pretty amazing.
How's it feel?
This is overwhelming, actually.
Yeah?
This is a total surprise. We are still a young company. We are a hard tech and a deep tech company. As you know, those take a long while to mature. But we are accomplishing great things. And as a IU grad, I am incredibly proud of the partnership we have in our collaboration with the Davidson School of Chemical Engineering at Purdue. Our joint team is making great things possible for the future.
That's amazing. So for those who don't know FiberX, quick elevator pitch.
FiberX is a biorefining company.
Okay.
We believe that agricultural residue has tremendous opportunity to displace and potentially completely displace or at times reduce the use of petroleum in the chemicals industry. We take, because we're in Indiana, we have 5.3 million acres of corn.
Yep.
That means we have 5.3 million acres of residue left after the corn is harvested. And working with farmers, we are a unique sustainability company because we are helping sustain family farmers.
We pay them for this material. And we also have shown through a study with Purdue University and the Indiana corn growers, we have shown that by removing some of this material, we actually can help the soil be better for future crop yields, such as increasing soybean yields 10%, which is a lot of additional new
That's a
income
big deal.
for the farmers. So we take a lot of pride in that. I happen to be from my hometown of Hammond. My hometown drove me to do this.
Really?
My hometown needs jobs.
Yeah.
It's, get this, a 40% reduction in household income in 20 years.
Wow.
Hammond needs jobs,
Yeah.
and we intend to have our corporate headquarters in Hammond.
Love it.
So we will be bridging the urban center of Indiana, or at least
Yeah.
one of them, with the rural part of our
I love
state
it.
and creating a whole new industry for the state.
Congratulations.
You're welcome.
This
Thank
is
you.
awesome. This is awesome.
It's a real pleasure.
Great job.
And the winner is Flexware Innovation. Flexware Innovation delivered a standout solution to complex industrial challenges with clear, measurable impact. Judges praised the combination of strong technical innovation, disciplined execution, and real-world scalability, making it the clear choice for Tech Innovation of the Year. Congratulations.
I'm so honored to accept this on behalf of the whole team of Flexware. And as most of you in this room know, it takes a lot to build a new product. So we had over 20 people working for 18 months to develop the next generation of our Lift software product. And we are so proud of what we developed. And we think Lift is going to be a game changer in manufacturing to help enable companies be able to realize their dream of fully autonomous material movement within their facilities. So I also want to acknowledge our founder, Scott Whitlock. Scott founded Flexware over 30 years ago. He's a lifelong Hoosier, a Purdue grad, and he believed so strongly in the talent that was coming out of the schools of Indiana. And he dedicated his life to build a company that could attract and retain that talent. And Scott, this one's for you. He just retired this year. And finally, on a personal note, myself, my wife, Tara, who's here with me, we both are born and raised in the Midwest, and we decided almost 2 decades ago to plant our roots here in Indianapolis to raise our family. And there was many reasons that went into that. Part of it was just being close to family and friends. Part of it was just to instill those Midwest values in our kids that we had enjoyed growing up. But also, a big part of it was the opportunity that we saw in Indianapolis and just the great vibe that there was from a technology standpoint in this city. We're so proud to be part of this, and we've never looked back since then. And I can say with confidence now, after being here for almost 2 decades, that you don't have to go to one of the coast to be part of a great company with a great culture and develop world-changing, best-of-breed products that are really going to change the world. So, and I want to thank TechPoint as well for honoring and celebrating this concept tonight. Thank you.
So for those who aren't familiar with Flexware, give us the elevator pitch. Tell
All right,
us
so
about it.
Flexware was founded 30 years ago. It was a startup here in Indianapolis and is a systems integrator. So what that means is we provide technology solutions, mostly for manufacturing companies. And the spirit behind it was that we wanted to attract and retain Indiana talent to grow this in this industry and to be able to support the manufacturing around the Midwest and globally eventually.
Love that. Yeah,
Yes.
and I think that's, I mean, anybody that's focused on the talent pipeline right now, really
Yeah.
awesome spot to be in.
That's right.
And Indiana, manufacturing hub.
That's right.
So it's a good spot to be doing what
That's
you're
right.
doing.
That's what we believe as well.
Well,
Yeah.
well, congratulations. What do, how do people find out more about you guys?
Well, you can go to our website, flexwareinnovation.com. The product that won the award tonight is a product we call Lift. So that is lift.software.
Okay.
And so, yeah, the website's the
Tell us
best
about
way.
lift.software.
So lift.software. So Lift is what we call an orchestration platform, and it's really designed to help manufacturing companies that are trying to automate the movement of their materials. So think about autonomous vehicles. That's the easiest way to think about this. So autonomous vehicles, but then there's a lot of orchestration that has to happen from a software layer standpoint on top of that. So we connect robots back into the rest of the company's ecosystem to be able to do what we call orchestration.
That's fascinating.
Thank you.
Very cool. Well,
Yeah.
congratulations.
Yeah.
Go celebrate and enjoy.
All right.
And now, the winner is P30.
P30 stood out for its deeply rooted support of underserved entrepreneurs on Indianapolis' Far East Side. This work is rooted in place and in trust, meeting people where they are and creating real pathways into the tech ecosystem. Judges highlighted the organization's direct services, mentorship, and place-based investment along with clear measurable outcomes. It's the kind of impact you can see and feel, opening doors and expanding access in meaningful and lasting ways. Congratulations!
Wow. Thank you, TechPoint. Thank you, judges. Woo! I first want to thank God for the vision and heart and the endurance to do hard things. It's never easy working hard to operate in a way that brings such strong sense of community, rich culture, and deep connections. It is our mission at P30 to disrupt inequality, ignite hope, and launch prosperity. We're doing some beautiful things on 30th and Post Road. And there's so much in P30's future as we continue to build and grow. We're thankful for every donor and member that we have that remains committed to supporting us. I'm thankful for our board members. I'm thankful for Corey Graham and his leadership mirroring the work that is happening in P30 at Energy Impact in Anderson, Indiana. I'm thankful for our partners, for the community leaders in our community who are continually supportive, and for my staff. You all are truly a dream team. All of you are amazing people who make P30 an awesome space. Thank y'all so much. I want to thank my son. I want to thank my friends who have become family. And a special thanks to my man who I shared my life for over 20 years, Tony Cross. You make me the visionary and leader that I am. And to everyone, thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We're gonna set, you're just ready to go. Yeah. All right.
I'm so excited.
I bet. So I'm Jayson.
Nice to meet you, Jayson. I'm Tamise.
Tamise. So here's what I know. I've been in backstage here at the Palladium all night, and I've heard some like people cheering and stuff.
Yeah.
When they called your name, it like the ground shook. There were more people excited for you to win than anyone else.
Yeah,
tell us about P30.
P30 is a co-working space, an entrepreneur incubator, and an event space to stimulate economic development on the Far East Side of Indianapolis.
And it sounds like you're doing it. You got a ton of people in your corner.
Yes, thank you.
How cool. You just have to be glowing right now.
I am. I'm so excited.
A lot of people that come back here have said, like, I didn't think I was going to win.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know what to think.
Sure.
I just have high hopes. I know that we're doing great work. So just the fact that we're finalists, I was excited about that.
Yeah, I bet.
So I felt like we won an award just to even be in attendance.
No, you actually won the award.
Yeah, I mean,
look at that. It has P30 printed right on the award.
Yes, and that's just so beautiful. Just the opportunity to be recognized for the hard work that happens. Yeah.
And you're changing lives.
Absolutely. It's very transformative.
That's real.
It's beautiful to hear all of the testimonies and stories and the exposure that the entrepreneurs get to experience just by being connected.
That's real.
Yeah.
It's a hand up. It's an opportunity. I mean, you're just connecting to all those places. Right?
And I love the fact that you said a hand up because oftentimes in communities that struggle, there's a focus more on handouts.
Sure.
But this is absolutely a hand up.
So people that are grabbing it and saying, I'm going to go do my thing.
Yes, and a mindset shift. And
that's awesome.
When you change the mind, you change the family. When you change the family, you change the community. And
change
that's
the
what
world.
We're looking forward to.
That's how we change the world.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
You're going to get to go chat with some more fun people.
Okay.
And celebrate.
Yes, sir.
It sounds like you got a ton of people out there that want to celebrate with you.
Absolutely, yeah.
And the winner is Purdue Innovates.
Purdue Innovates was recognized for building a comprehensive platform that helps researchers and founders turn complex real-world problems into commercial solutions. Judges praise the strength of its model, the scale of its startups, and the products already supported, and its growing impact on Indiana's innovation pipeline. Congratulations, Brooke.
Thank you so much, TechPoint, and to my team, Purdue Innovates. You guys are awesome. This is really a reflection of our Purdue connected startups, faculty, staff, students. The energy you guys provide us every day keeps us going. To our administration and leadership at Purdue Research Foundation and Purdue, the vision of being able to go after entrepreneurship and commercialization, try new things, support our startups, try innovation in new ways that haven't been done before. Really, it's a reflection of all of you. Thank you so much. We're so honored for this. Boiler up.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Taking home a Mira Award. I heard you on the way in say it was unexpected, so that's got to feel fun, like winning an award you didn't think you were going to get.
Yeah, absolutely. The ecosystem at Purdue just continues to thrive, and the students and faculty and alumni startups. It's just a real honor to be a community partner with them and be a service provider to the great Boilermaker Nation.
So you guys are the Innovation Service Partner of the Year. Tell me what Purdue Innovates is. If I've not heard of it, what's your elevator pitch? What are you?
Yeah, sure. So Purdue Innovates is really the front door to commercialization and startup support at Purdue. One of the things that we did in the last couple of years is really embrace Purdue connected faculty, students, startups, alumni, and not just focus on West Lafayette, but really bring out the Boilermaker Nation and those entrepreneurs.
I love that, the Boilermaker Nation. Yeah. And it's not just curriculum and schooling. I mean, I was reading about helping get patent help and all sorts of components to this to get to commercialization. And that's stuff people don't always think about.
Yeah, absolutely. So our Office of Technology Commercialization processes about 600 new inventions coming from Purdue a year. We license about 170 of those technologies to industry and startups, 20 new IP startups a year. It's an engine, it's a machine. Those innovators keep us busy. And then on the other side, we have our incubator, which is focused on de-risking early stage startups and Purdue technology and trying to get them to market.
I love that. Yeah, well, how cool. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you. Very exciting.
Cheers.
And the Tech Company of the Year award goes to V2X.
V2X earned top honors for delivering mission-critical innovation in one of the most complex and demanding arenas, national defense and human safety. Judges recognize the company's clear understanding of the problems it solves, along with its ability to move from concept to deployment with speed and discipline. Through technology built and manufactured here in Indiana, the company is helping advance a safer and more resilient world. Congratulations.
I just want to say thank you to TechPoint and the judges. This is really a really deep honor for us here at V2X, and the deepest gratitude to the V2X family. You really are the exemplar and really represent what the best of our industry has to offer. Well, up here, I thought I'd like to share a little bit about where we are today. We're here in this room at a pivotal point in our history. The pace of change in the geopolitical landscape is faster and far more complex than we've seen in generations. With the threats to our security, it's on industry, it's on us to innovate at the speed of relevance. It's industry that delivers capabilities to our warfighters, so they are empowered to maintain our security and our freedom. So I urge all of us here to be bold. Be bold. Innovate without hesitation. Don't let fear hold you back. It's us, inside of us, the human ingenuity that is going to be the basis of our security and maintaining our freedom. So thank you all. Thank you for the award.
We already got the elevator pitch on V2X. Great. But I didn't know you were Tech Company of the Year. That's a big deal. Yeah. Neither did we.
I'm not telling a little bit. Yeah.
So let me ask you this question. My podcast on the IBJ is about AI. Mm-hmm. We talked a little bit about defense, right?
Yep.
And I had a chance to talk to the CTO of Lockheed, and he was talking about.
What did he talk about?
He told me about the.
I'm curious what he talked to you about, because when I talked to him. But go ahead, yeah.
Well, he talked about the choppers that are now autonomous, fully autonomous Blackhawks.
Okay.
And then he talked about the wingmen, these things that fly out of the F-35s. Yep. And you guys know more about all this stuff than I do, but.
No, it's the autonomous wingmen, yeah.
I was blown away by this stuff. I was like, thank goodness these people are on our side. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. It's amazing.
Yeah. So what are you seeing in that world? AI, tech, defense, how's this playing out for you guys?
So AI, I would say in the defense industry, we have large companies that are deep into the technology and delivering capabilities that are
mind-blowing, just exquisite on the world landscape. But really, I think there's a chance at this point in time to really address the industrial base at large, as the compressions and kind of the constraints on the industry right now aren't just like acquisition or legislative, but really we have a capacity limitation, both in terms of knowledge, skills, and expertise, but then also just a total labor market in the US, which is our people and the citizens of the US, which is what is our strategic advantage in the world. And so AI really allows the humans to really lean in and go to a higher level of order of like what we're really capable of, and really expand our capacity to innovate at a level that we've never seen ever before in history, which is what I think is going to maintain our national security.
Yeah, and if you think a little bit about kind of what we do in our mission, like so we're bringing technology to the warfighter, and that AI, is going to help us bring it even faster, and make it even more relevant for the future. That I think that's where AI is going to help us, and we're going to help bring relevance to the warfighter.
We don't just build airplanes or missiles or weapons or things like that. We solve problems and we deliver solutions at the speed of relevance. And so we're a very high mix, customized solutions for when those warfighters need something today, not tomorrow, not next year. We're here, and that AI and the agentic platforms and AGI attached to the innovative spirit and the ingenuity capability of the human is going to set the U.S. apart and maintain our national security and relevance.
I'm so glad you guys are on our side. You're doing it. And you are the Tech Company of the Year.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Go celebrate.
Thank you.
We will. Thank you.
Good to meet you.
Thank you. You too.
Cheers.
Great. I think it's heavier.
It is.
Yeah. I was not expecting that. Nice to meet you.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
And the winner is Syra Health.
Syra Health was the winner of the BioCrossroads Life Sciences Innovation Award. They stood out for their tech-enabled innovation in healthcare, including HIPAA-compliant platforms and the emerging Syra bot, which judges described as potentially revolutionary for providers, patients, and system-level efficiency. While the broader statewide impact is still developing, the innovation significance to Indiana's life sciences sector and its potential to shape a more ethical, effective healthcare ecosystem made Syra Health the judge's top innovation of the year. Congratulations.
This is far more than I would have ever dreamed. Very proud of the team. Christine, I apologize. She actually prepared remarks for me, and I got up here and we're a work in progress, I guess. I really, really, really am just so proud of this team, the innovation, the commitment to the mission. As a former Marine, we are, I'm sort of built to live that mission and to work to help people. And that's one of the things that appealed to me about coming to Syra Health was the mission around behavioral health, around AI, around extending care to folks who needed it. So it's something I still believe heavily in. I think the best is yet to come. So I hope to be back up here next year talking to you about our Serenity platform, which we are leaning heavily into and is, I think, even better than this. So thank you very much.
Congratulations. Not only did you take home one Mira Award, you took home 2 Mira Awards.
It doesn't get much better.
That's pretty cool. Only
it's
people of the
amazing.
night to run it back. So that's pretty sweet. Yeah. Well, congratulations. And so I was doing a little bit of research. Syra Health, Syra bot?
Syra bot. Yeah.
Syra. Oh,
Syra bot. Yeah. So it is. It's an AI-enabled chatbot that basically is built to operate within a certain set of parameters that a client gets to establish. So it doesn't hallucinate, doesn't say things that it isn't supposed to say, gives the user the opportunity to sort of curate some of the responses ahead of time so that information is not being shared that they don't want shared. So great for compliance. It's being used by this, or it was approved by the state of Indiana and is being used by one of their very large managed care organizations serving 400,000 people in the state of Indiana. So it's, it cleared both the compliance at the,
MCO as well as the state. So
It's a big
really,
deal.
really proud of, really
You should
proud
be.
of it. Yeah.
Well, and that's the thing. I get questions all the time, like, how do you protect these sorts of things? Like HIPAA compliance and AI just feels like a impossibility.
Yeah, and and this solution is one that we're really proud of because it really does safeguard those things.
So talk to me about what your solution and what your broader organization do. Like, how do you help people?
Yeah, so we're really focused on solutions that are affordable, that bring access to healthcare to rural areas, especially, and that are also prevention focused. So that's really the mission that we have. The way that manifests, we do some of it is people powered workforce development. We're working with an organization to build career pathways for veterans returning to Indiana and finding them healthcare jobs in rural Indiana where they're needed. We also have some technology solutions. One in particular, Serenity, I'm really excited about, and hopefully next year we'll be talking to you
Coming
all
back for
about that.
Repeat innovation of the year.
It's even better. But in effect, what it does is it extends behavioral health care to remote rural areas of the country. So
some people who need it the most.
Need it in Indiana where there just aren't enough providers, people waiting for a month to see a therapist. And this is something that we can literally get people care immediately. It actually, we used AI powered to and vocal biomarkers to detect anxiety and depression on the phone call to do an assessment. So we're able to stratify those individuals and get the care delivered to the highest need people first.
Man.
In a world where resources are so lean, it's important to, rather than dial for dollars and try to figure out who to help first, if you can get a lead on where to go and who needs it, deploy those assets, that's great. And really the thing that I want to drive home is that the solution is actually built and powered with AI, but it's really about connecting the providers and the patients and enabling them. And I think that
it's a tool for them.
Yeah, it absolutely is. It drives better care. We provide insights through the tool, the app that comes with it to help that doctor or nurse or other clinician, deliver better, timely care to people when they need it. And I think that's who can't get behind that mission.
Seriously, and I mean, we're just witnessing as a society behavioral challenges.
It's such a challenge for folks out there. Anxiety and depression. I think nearly a quarter of Americans suffer from that. So it's definitely a problem that needs to be solved. And I'm also proud of the organization. We talk a lot about problem identifiers. Lord knows there are enough of those out there.
No doubt.
But problem solvers is what we need. And so, the Syra team is full of people who are there solving problems every day. So just couldn't be prouder of this. Yeah.
We'll take this back, celebrate with your team, and congratulations.
Absolutely will. Thanks so much.
How fun. Just so fun to hear from so many different people, so many different award categories. We've got everybody from, advanced manufacturing to defense to tech startups, right? It's just so neat to hear the pure emotion coming off of folks coming off a stage. It's like that, I'm going to Disneyland moment, and just hearing them talk about their business, their passion, what they care about. And you heard, if you were listening, AI ingrained in a lot of these businesses and concepts. And so we're gonna unpack some of that. I've got a handful of these folks that have won awards that have agreed to come on as guests on this show in future episodes. And so stay tuned for that. I think you're really going to love deep diving on some of those groups to hear how AI is impacting those businesses very specifically. But congratulations to all the people that won a Mira Award. Congratulations to all the people nominated for a Mira Award who made the finals. Like, big deal. Very cool. And thank you again to TechPoint for putting on the best show in television. What a cool thing. Super, super cool to see so many people come together to celebrate this community and support everything that's happening here in tech in the state of Indiana. Guys, next week, I sit down with a buddy of mine from college that has gone off and, taken over the world in his space. His name is Tom Rector. We were friends at Ball State, and he has a company. It's grown tremendously. And we're going to dig deep into how that happened. It's really a fascinating story, right? He's in the merch and kind of swag business. But it's funny because a lot of our friends from college think he probably still sells t-shirts out of the back of a truck, right? Because that's what he did in college. He did a lot of that work for like fraternities and things like that. Dude now runs a pretty large enterprise that's servicing like Fortune 100 companies almost exclusively. And so really cool story. You get to hear from him how he built it. We do dig pretty deep into the AI side of things too, both how he's using it, how his team is using it, and where he sees that impacting in the industry. And I think it's a really cool conversation. So tune in again next week for my conversation with Tom Rector. Till then.